Hey, it's Fisher here, the radio root sleuth from Extreme Genes with my good friend Ron Fox. He's the photography expert that comes on the show quite often. And we're kind of excited because today I received a box. Several years back, I'm going to give you a little background on this, about 20 some odd years ago, I tracked down a third cousin in California, and he was good enough to share some amazing old family pictures from the 19th century. This is one of them right here. These are three brothers of my great-grandfather Fisher. On what kind of photo would you say this is?
It's an ambrotype. It's actually glass with a painted background that would cause it to have contrast.
Okay, and these came along right after the daguerreotype, so that's a great one. And he also shared with me this. Now this case is kind of split apart since, but this is one of the brothers in their Civil War uniform. And it too, we think, is probably an ambrotype, wouldn't you think?
It is an ambrotype. And you know, these cases can be easily fixed. You just get the black cloth electrical tape. And
Really?
you just cut them and you can put it on each side and it'll open like a hinge.
Well, we're going to have to do that then.
Good thing.
So, what we're going to do is open the box. It arrived only a short while ago, and there are supposed to be some things in here because this cousin passed away a bit ago, and we were in touch with folks who were dealing with his things and said, yes, all his family things are here and we need to send it to you. So I get to receive that, and Ron's going to give his evaluation of some of these pictures, and there might be some surprises in here too. So I don't know what it is. This is very exciting stuff.
Christmas come early.
Christmas has come. Well, anytime you're a root sleuth, you know, a genealogist, these are big days. You don't get a lot of days like this where you just don't know what it is that you're going to get, but hopefully you can get into this fairly quickly. Waha. I'm thankful to see that the person who sent this to us packaged it very well. Well, first of all, there is a file here. All right, this looks like this is from my cousin's funeral, and a little short story from him, and some things about him, and some photographs. So that will be good to have for the archives. And then, let's see what else we have. Boy, she really packed these nicely. How fun is that? I don't know where to begin.
And you know, it's really important because many of these photographs are the daguerreotypes, as you know, are basically copper plates with a silver coating, but the ambrotypes are glass, and they can be broken.
Well, if that's what we have, and we don't know what any of these things are. Oh my goodness, this is one of our ancestral members. This is one of the in-laws. To him it was a great-grandfather, and this would have been a cousin on my side. His name was Frank Meeker. So that's just the first one. We can't spend too much time looking at each one.
No. And that would be called an albulum or paper print.
An albulum print, okay. Oh my, now who is this? Oh, no, actually a little boy.
A little boy.
And this is a good point.
Yeah,
a lot of boys wore dresses back then. This was Raymond Meeker. This is one of those, this was actually our friend's uncle from back in the day.
That is quite true. The younger they were, they did dress them in dresses.
In dresses,
and then of course they had the pants that were cut off at the knee, and then then they got into their trousers.
Right. And let's see. This says, Grandma Meeker, mother's father's mother. Okay. I have to keep going. Now this one feels a little bit heavier, and. Oh my.
Yes.
This is a daguerreotype because there's the negative type reflection.
Is daguerreotype. Daguerreotypes were primarily used between 1841, when photography was first invented, and about 1855, but they actually went into the 1860s as well.
And this too is a Fisher here. This was, I don't know if you can see it because the ambrotypes, these are like the little reflecting things on the back of your credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Daguerreotypes have a mirror-like surface. Ambrotypes are more of a dull finish.
And that was our friend's mother. Okay. There's more packages here. I don't know. We've got so much.
Christmas.
This is Christmas.
And you'll probably find a tintype in there somewhere.
Perhaps so. Okay. This would be his great uncle. This is John Henry Fisher. I know this picture. I've seen other copies of it.
That's a military uniform, but it looks more like a could
yes.
be one of another. I mean that. No,
Oh, okay.
Is this?
Well, this is the same as our Civil War one, and a copy I actually gave to him. So, and let's see, what else does this say? Family images, Fisher and Meeker. Okay, that's the first group. Same thing.
That's more
This
like
this is a heavier one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Grandmother Fisher. Oh, and this is definitely a daguerreotype.
Absolutely.
I don't know how you would see that because of the
Well,
reflective nature of it.
Let me tell you, the daguerreotypes, as hard as they are to see, when you place them on a scanner and scan them, they
Yes.
come out perfectly.
Isn't that something? Really?
So when you take this and scan it, that image will be without reflection and will be just fabulous. Oh, now there's a tin.
Yes, this is a tin type. That's Robert William Fisher and his wife on a horse and wagon in New York City in the 1890s, I want to say. Tin type. And it looks like tin, doesn't it?
Always the back of tins are black, and they actually sometimes had what they call a honeycomb lens.
Right, and that is Robert William Fisher. This is my great-grandfather's brother's side of the family. So we can, here's another.
Getting a lot of dags.
A lot of daguerreotypes. Okay, that's stuck on a little something there, and I want to be careful not to damage it. Okay, I think we've got it. Now this one, yes, it's a daguerreotype of Robert William Fisher, the fellow we just saw a few minutes ago. So you've got a lot of pictures there. I've never seen most of these. All right, and one more here.
Oh, several.
Oh yeah, these are paper ones.
Paper prints. Yeah.
Meekers. Yes, just family members from his side, but I recognize them all having done
That's Civil
work.
War period.
Oh yes. Oh, and there's my great-great-grandmother.
Bogardus.
Well, this is Mariah Ann Spake
Oh.
Fisher, and so she was my great-great. That's a rare one. We have a copy of that. We've seen it, but not that one. I didn't know there was another.
Again, you scan these and you put them on a scanner and you use a little Photoshop.
Right.
And you have pictures that look like they were taken yesterday.
Exactly.
And people don't understand that these photographs were just millions of megapixels.
Right.
So
That's right.
the quality was excellent.
This is David Fisher, one of the other brothers, and he was the doorman at New York's Academy of Music. He's an interesting man.
Important.
Yes. And then a couple of more different family pictures from different sides of the family. All right, what else do we have? It doesn't stop.
Oh, and these look like more daguerreotypes.
No wonder it took a little while. The person I found said, yeah, it's going to take me a bit because they had to wrap these carefully. Oh. Yeah, and this looks like a beauty. The name is on there. Oh, it is a daguerreotype. Robert William Fisher, yeah. They called him Bob. So we'll keep moving it along. This is a haul.
It is. It's a tremendous collection.
You don't get a lot of opportunities like this. Who is this one?
Grandmother.
Great-grandmother Fisher. Okay, so that's Bob's wife, I guess. They're hard to see, these daguerreotypes, aren't they?
They are difficult.
But once you scan them, that's the easier way to see them.
Absolutely.
And they make clearer images, too, than you usually
Yes.
see in all the other
But
things.
whatever you do, don't touch. They're usually all covered by glass, but don't touch the actual surface or try to clean the surface because that's where the detail from the emulsion is and it
Sure.
will ruin it.
Well, this says Grandfather Fisher, but I'm not sure which one. I'm going to have to take a closer look at that later and see how that ties in. Oh my goodness, it's just endless. Oh, all right. There's Bob Fisher again, and it looks like, does this appear to you to be maybe a fireman's outfit? Because he was in the fire department in New York City.
Well, it's definitely, it's definitely a uniform.
Is that an ambrotype?
This is an ambrotype.
Okay.
And you can always clean the cover glass off. It's just the image.
It's the image.
Don't touch the image.
Don't touch the image of that. Okay. Oh yes. This is George Cooper Fisher, one of the other brothers, who was in the top hat that we saw. So a marvelous piece. Okay. And let's see what else. There's one down here. I'm almost scared I'm going to miss something.
It's great.
Who in the world is this? Great-grandmother Fisher. This would be, I guess, Sarah Clausen Fisher. And it is a daguerreotype. Okay. Well, there's all that. Now we go to this. And I have no idea what could be in this, but these are files. This man had an uncle who was a family historian who died in 1972. He had no family either and was living with my friend's mother at the time. So everything passed down through him. So we don't know what could be in these files. And I'm seeing already obituary notices, old letters. Fascinating. And something from the New York Athletic Club, 1945. Bell Laboratories. I mean, this is just a pile of material.
Oh,
what is
civil
this?
defense.
Civil defense.
That's what you wear on your arm to show
Right.
your authority.
Here's a line to revolutionary certificate.
genealogy.
Yeah, brother. Let's see what that is about. Well,
That's
we'll keep going. I'll put that aside. Wedding certificate, mother's parents.
Oh, that's an old one, yeah.
That's an old one. Clippings. Boy, this is going to be fun to really get into.
Oh, you've got a real treasure trove here.
Look at these letters. 1918. A bowling championship thing from the New York Athletic Club in 1931.
Yeah.
Who knew? More letters. Lots of letters. And it has that smell.
Yep.
You notice that?
It's, what do you call it, from it's like a cedar chest.
Yes. And here's this handwritten line. Oh my.
Actual wedding certificates?
And this is the wedding certificate of my great-grandfather's brother and his...
Well, these are all out of Bibles.
Oh, it's the Bible records. It is the Bible records. This is what we were hoping for.
Yeah. Birth, death.
Not the Bible itself,
but the pages.
but the pages.
Look at the back, too.
Oh! All the dates, and then further information on the back. Oh.
What's wonderful about this, of course, is that they're actually done at the time that the person dies, so the records are usually pretty good.
This is unbelievable. This goes back to 1799. Is when the earliest date is on here. And has all the births of the children. There is, so that's my great-great-grandfather and great-great-grandmother. Andrew Jackson here is my great-grandfather. His birth date. This is huge. This is more than we ever could have imagined. Unbelievable. And it looks like there's more pages to it. Oh yeah, here's another one.
Births, deaths. Usually they were always birth, deaths, and marriages were the ones that were placed in.
Yes, and here are the marriages.
Yep.
Here are all the marriage records of the family. And you can see all the material falling off. Well, this is a find.
Well, it's important also to, in these types of cases, on these things, to put them into plastics and to conserve them.
We're going to have to, because
this you can see the damage already.
Already, yes, that's right. And here are some of the death records in the family. So it goes way back. Oh my goodness. That was the treasure. That was the thing we hoped for. Might be there. And when we didn't feel the weight of a book in the box, it's like, well, it's obviously not there. Well, it was here. So here's some more things that relate to that. Anyway, as you can see, this is...
Actually, it looks like there was more than one Bible. It looks like they've had a couple of Bibles, and they've actually removed the pages from...
Yes.
You know, but they've given you also an example of what that Bible was. And
Right.
It was published.
I think they just got rid of the book and they kept the key pages.
Yep.
Fantastic. Which is really what you would hope for. And that is just one of the folders. And then here's the second one. The death certificate. More letters. The Ute War of 1879. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. These are papers apparently that this uncle who was in the family history wrote, and it is unbelievable. Things he kept that I guess that were interesting. Well, that first folder was really the one we had hoped for the most. So they would have the Bible records, and there they go. Oh, and one more. Cousin Bill, son of Dad's eldest. Just some kind of personal things, but there you go. That's what's in the box. And hopefully you'll have a day like this somewhere along the line, but you can make it happen by tracing down some of your ancestors and then coming forward to find their descendants.